The AFP is part of the National Cybersecurity Operations Centre, known as CSOC. This is the home of Australia's new Cybersecurity Centre. It's underground, protected by a battery of cameras and sensors. But even here, these kind of protections are largely ineffective against the new cyber threat. A few hundred metres west of the CSOC building is the site of the massive new ASIO headquarters. It's been designed to hold nearly 2,000 staff, as ASIO has benefited from the post-9/11 spending boom that saw the tripling of its budget. Shrouded by tatty blue fencing, the new building was meant to be in operation in 2012, but there's been a delay and a cost blowout. 630 million so far, and it's still not finished. Four Corners has learned one reason for the delay in ASIO moving into the new building, and it's more than a mere inconvenience. Someone has stolen the blueprints, not just of the overall building, but also of the communications cabling and server locations, of the floor plans and the security systems. It was more than a theft. It reeked of an espionage operation. Someone had mounted a cyber hit on a contractor involved in the site. The plans were traced to a server in China. We put our discovery to Professor Des Ball.
That's of major significance. It's, to me, only one element of the sorts of activities which the Chinese are up to these days.
But why is it particularly significant that they are building plans?
Once you get those building plans, you can start constructing your own wiring diagrams, where the linkages are through telephone connections, through Wi-Fi connections, which rooms are likely to be the ones that are used for sensitive conversations, how to surreptitiously put devices into the walls of those rooms or into the roofings above those rooms.
Given that those blueprints are now available, and if they are in China, what could the security organisations do here to change the building to make it less vulnerable?
At this stage, with construction nearly completed, you have two options. One is to accept it and practice utmost sensitivity even within your own headquarters. The other, which the Americans had to do with their new embassy in Washington, their new embassy in Moscow back in the late 70s and early 80s, was to rip the whole insides out and to start again. The British had to do that with several buildings in London.
We asked the Attorney-General to explain how the plans for one of Australia's top intelligence agencies could be stolen. A prime contractor involved in the building plans for the new ASIO building has been hacked and those plans taken. What can you tell me about that?
Nothing. I'm not going to comment on operational or intelligence matters.
But
I've told you that already in relation to...
But this is a building. This is not an ongoing operation. This is a simple building to house ASIO, and the plans we understand.
Andrew, I'm not going to comment on individual cases.